Hi, and thanks for joining me at my crafty table. This is Renee. I'm going to be sharing some snowman cards that I made using this stamp set from Stampendous. I ordered this one off of Michael's last year online. I thought it would be fun to mix and match these snowman heads and bodies, or just kind of create your own little snowman, because the arms, they provide you different options here. But overall, at the end, when it came down to it, was a bit challenging, because in order to make these really work together, you need to use some post-it notes and kind of, maneuver the snowman that I made to make them fit together without looking like just stamping just snowman bodies next to each other. I'm not explaining it correctly, so forgive me on that, but let's just get into what I made. I wanted to use watercolors for my snowman images, and I only did it on one, and wasn't the best. So the ink that I used bled, and I need to invest in another type of ink that will not bleed when you use any type of watercolor, or maybe even markers. So I'll be looking into that. I like the way it came out though. I mean, my first time ever really watercoloring on a stamped image. And I used some more scraps, and a lot of what I'm making for this month is just using some scrap paper from my holiday Christmas papers, because I still have them out. I haven't put them away, so I'm just trying to use up as much as I can. I cut down this Tiffany blue paper to mat the card, and I used these pre-made white A2 size cardstock that I got from Michael's too. So you'll notice that the inside is blank because I haven't stamped the sentiment. This did come with one, and it says snow buddies are the best. However, I don't think that's something I want to put on the inside of the card, so when I get a chance, I will go ahead and figure out what sentiment will work best for this card. I also didn't want to place it on the front because there's really nowhere to put it unless I cover up the snowman. And that's part of the using the watercolors, is it really gave that touch of a handmade look to them, and I like the way they came out. So I'll be experimenting a little bit more with watercolors and my stamp images when I get a better ink. For now, that's my first card. Also, at the beginning of the month, and maybe after Christmas, I went on a no spend. So I'm doing good considering this, seeing all these sales that are going on, but I know Michael's, and they always come up with these every month, so I'll be looking. Let's see, this is the second card that I made, and I wanted to do some paper piecing. So I went and I stamped the hat and scarf of these two snowmen on some scrap pieces of paper and cut that out. I used some of my color pencils to do some shading, and I should have done that before I glued down this hat and scarf, because it made it difficult to do the shading on the snowman's face. But I like the way it came out. It really brightens up, I mean, paper piecing, it brightens up a stamp image, and I think this is the second time I've done it, and I plan to do more, so this was pretty fun to do. It matches the background paper that I used, and you'll notice that on both of these cards I used the same design. I went ahead and I used a full-size mat, another layer, and then the same matching cardstock mats the image, and then I placed it up on some dimension tape. I had one snowman image left, and I cut him out. I fussy cut him out, and I paper pieced, colored this part in with the color pencil, And then for the carrot nose, I used my, what is this? My Papermate Flare pen to color in the carrot nose. I did the shading on it, and I gave all of them pink rosy cheeks. For this card, I wanted to make it a shaker. I wasn't certain what I wanted to do with this snowman, but I thought he would fit well framing this shaker card. And for this, here, this paper actually was the cover of a paper pack that Joanne sold maybe 3-4 years ago. They had it in their dollar spot section. It was American Crafts paper that they had, 6x6 papers. So this is the cover, and then I cut out the Winter Wonderland and placed it on the back. The inside is blank, but I like the way it came out. So it says Winter Wonderland. I like how all of these cards came out, and they were used basically by the remaining scraps of paper that I have before I pack it up. I don't know if I want to pack it up though. I kind of like creating these holiday themed cards, but I'm ready to move on. Maybe try one more snowman stamp set. Thank you for joining me today at my crafty table, and I'll talk to you again. Bye.